all right today? We're going to continue with our story, Mr. Stink. This time we're going to read chapters 3 and 4. So chapter 3 begins, The Wanderer. Mr. Stink ate the sausages in an unexpectedly and elegant manner. First, he took out a little linen napkin and tucked it under his chin. Next, he took an antique silver knife and fork out of his breast pocket. Finally, he produced a dirty gold-rimmed china plate which he gave to the Duchess to lick clean before he set down the sausages neatly upon it. Chloe stared at his cutlery and plate. This seemed like another clue to his past. Had he perhaps been a gentleman thief who crept into country houses at midnight and made off with the family silver? "Do you have any more sausages?" asked Mr. Stink, his mouth still full of sausage. "No, just those 8, I'm afraid," replied Chloe. She stood at a safe distance from the tramp so that her eyes wouldn't start weeping at the smell. The Duchess looked up at Mr. Stink as he ate the sausages with a heartbreaking longing that suggested that all love and all beauty was contained in those tubes of meat. "There you go, Duchess," said Mr. Stink, slowly lowering half a sausage into the dog's mouth. The Duchess was so hungry she didn't even chew. Instead, she swallowed it in half a millisecond before returning to her expression of sausage longing. Had any man or beast ever eaten a sausage so quickly? Chloe was half expecting a gentleman in a blazer and slacks with a clipboard and stopwatch to appear and declare that the little black dog had set a new sausage-eating international world record. "So, young Chloe, is everything fine at home?" asked Mr. Stink as he let the Duchess lick his fingers clean of any remnants of sausage juice. "I'm sorry," replied a befuddled Chloe. "I asked if everything was fine at home. If things were tickety-boo, I'm not sure you would be spending your Sunday talking to an old vagabond like me." "Vagabond? I don't like the word tramp. It makes you think of someone who smells." Chloe tried to conceal her surprise. Even the Duchess looked puzzled, and she didn't speak English, only dog. "I prefer vagabond or wanderer," continued Mr. Stink. The way he put it, thought Chloe, it sounded almost poetic, especially wanderer. She would love to be a wanderer. She would wander all around the world if she could, and not stay in this boring little town where nothing happened that hadn't happened the day before. "There's nothing wrong at home, everything's fine," said Chloe adamantly. "Are you sure?" inquired Mr. Stink, with the wisdom some people have that cuts right through you like a knife through butter. Things were, in fact, not at all fine at home for Chloe. She was often ignored. Her mother doted on Annabel, probably because her youngest daughter was like a miniature version of her. Every inch of every wall in the house was covered with celebrations of Annabel's infinite achievements. Photographs of her standing smugly on winners' podiums, certificates bearing her name emblazoned in italic gold, trophies and statuettes, medals engraved with winner, first place or little creep. I made that one up. The more Annabel achieved, the more Chloe felt like a failure. Her parents spent most of their lives providing a chauffeur service for Annabel's out-of-school activities. Her schedule was exhausting even to look at. Monday, 5 a.m. swimming training, 6 a.m. clarinet lesson, 7 a.m. dance lesson, tap and contemporary jazz, 8 a.m. dance lesson, ballet, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. school, 4 p.m. drama lesson, improvisation and movement, 5 p.m. piano lesson, 6 p.m. brownies, 7 p.m. girls brigade, 8 p.m. javelin practice. Tuesday, 4 a.m. violin lesson, 5 a.m. stilt walking practice, 6 a.m. chess society, 7 a.m. learning Japanese, 8 a.m. flower arranging class, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. school, 4 p.m. creative writing workshop, 5 p.m. porcelain frog painting class, 6 p.m. harp practice, 7 p.m. watercolour painting class, 8 p.m. dance class, ballroom. Wednesday, 3 a.m. choir practice, 4 a.m. long jump training, 5 a.m. high jump training, 6 a.m. long jump training again, 7 a.m. trombone lesson, 8 a.m. scuba diving, 9 to 4 p.m. school, 4 p.m. chef training, 5 p.m. mountain climbing, 6 p.m. tennis, 7 p.m. drama workshop, Shakespeare and his contemporaries, 8 p.m. show jumping. Thursday, 2 a.m. learning Arabic, 3 a.m. dance lesson, breakdance, hip-hop, crumping, 4 a.m. oboe lesson, 5 a.m. Tour de France cycling training, 6 a.m. Bible studies, 7 a.m. gymnastics training, 8 a.m. calligraphy class, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. school, 4 p.m. work experience shadowing a brain surgeon, 5 p.m. opera singing lesson, 6 p.m. NASA space exploration workshop, 7 p.m. cake baking class, level 5, 8 p.m. attend lecture on a history of Victorian moustaches. Friday, 1 a.m. triangle lesson, grade 5, 2 a.m. badminton, 3 a.m. archery, 4 a.m. fly to Switzerland for ski jump practice, learn about eggs from an expert on eggs, to be confirmed on outbound flight. 6 a.m. do quick ski jump and then board inbound flight, take pottery class on flight. 8 a.m. Thai kickboxing, remember to take skis off before class. 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. school, 4 p.m. channel swimming training, 5 p.m. motorbike maintenance workshop, 6 p.m. candle making, 7 p.m. otter rearing class, 8 p.m. television viewing, a choice between either a documentary about carpet manufacturing in Belgium or a Polish cartoon from the 1920s about a depressed owl. But that was just the weekdays. The weekends were when things really got busy for Annabelle. No wonder Chloe felt ignored. Well, I suppose things at home are, stammered Chloe. She wanted to talk to him about him, but she wasn't sure how to. Bong, 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 bong. No, I haven't lost my mind, readers. That was meant to be the church clock striking 4. Chloe gasped and looked at her watch. 4 o'clock. Mother made her do her homework from 4 until 6 every day, even in the school holidays when she didn't have to do any. Sorry, Mr. Stink, I have to go, she said. Secretly, Chloe was relieved. No one had ever asked her how she felt before, and she was beginning to panic. Really, child, said the old man, looking disappointed. Yes, I need to get home. Mother will be furious if I don't get at least a C in maths next term. She sets me extra tests during the holidays. That doesn't sound much like a holiday to me, said Mr. Stink. Chloe shrugged. Mother doesn't believe in holidays. She stood up. I hope you like the sausages, she said. They were scrumptious, said Mr. Stink. Thank you. Unimaginable kindness. Chloe nodded and turned to run off towards home. If she took a shortcut, she'd be back before Mother. Farewell, Mr. Stink called after her softly. Chapter 4. Drivel. Terrified of being late for homework hour, Chloe began to quicken her pace. She didn't want her mother to ask questions about where she'd been or who she'd been talking to. Mrs. Crumb would be horrified to find out her daughter had been sitting on a bench with someone she would describe as a soap dodger. Grown-ups always have a way of ruining everything. Chloe stopped hurrying, though, when she saw that she was about to pass Raj's shop. Just one chocolate bar, she thought. Chloe's love of chocolate made her one of Raj's best customers. Raj ran the local newsagent's shop. He was a big, jolly jelly of a man, as sweet and colourful as his slightly overpriced confectionery. Today, though, what Chloe really needed was some advice. And maybe some chocolate. Just one bar, or, of course, maybe 2. Ah, Miss Chloe, said Raj as she entered the shop. What can I tempt you with today? Hello, Raj, said Chloe, smiling. She always smiled when she saw Raj. It was partly because he was such a lovely man and partly because he sold sweets. I have some Rolos on special offer, announced Raj. They have gone out of date and hardened. You may lose a tooth as you chew into one, but at 10p off, you can't really argue. Let me think, said Chloe, scouring the racks and racks of confectionery. I had half a lion bar earlier. You are welcome to make me an offer on the other half. I'll take anything upwards of 15p. I think I'll just take a crunchy, thanks, Raj. Buy 7 crunchy bars, you get an 8th crunchy bar absolutely free. No thanks, Raj, I only want one. She put the money down on the counter, 35p. Money well spent, considering the nice feeling the chocolate would give her as it slipped down her throat and into her tummy. But Chloe, don't you understand? This is a unique opportunity to enjoy the popular chocolate-covered honeycomb bar at a dramatic saving. I don't need 8 crunchy bars, Raj, said Chloe. I need some advice. I don't think I am really responsible enough to give out advice, replied Raj without a bit of irony. But I'll try. Chloe loved talking to Raj. He wasn't a parent or a teacher, and whatever you said to him, he would never judge you. However, Chloe still gulped slightly because she was about to attempt another little lie. Well, there's this girl I know at school, she began. Yes? A girl at school, not you? No, somebody else. Right, said Raj. Chloe gulped again and looked down, unable to meet his gaze. Well, this friend of mine, she started talking to this tramp and she really likes talking to him. But her mother would blow a fuse if she knew. So, I mean, my friend doesn't know what to do. Raj looked at Chloe expectantly. Yes, he said. What is your question exactly? Well, Raj, said Chloe, do you think it's wrong to talk to tramps? Well, it's not good to talk to strangers, said Raj, and you should never let anyone give you a lift in a car. Right, said Chloe, disappointed. But a tramp is just somebody without a home, continued Raj. Too many people walk on by and pretend they're not there. Yes, said Chloe, that's what I think too. Raj smiled. Any of us could become homeless one day. I can see nothing wrong with talking to a tramp, just like you. Would anyone else? Thanks, Raj. Oh, well, I'll tell her. This girl at school, What's this girl's name? Susan. No, Sarah. Her name's Sarah, definitely Sarah. It's you, isn't it? Said Raj, smiling. Yes, admitted Chloe after a millisecond. You are a very sweet girl, Chloe. It's lovely that you should take the time to talk to a tramp. But for the grace of God, go you and I. Thanks, Raj. Chloe went a little red, embarrassed by his compliment. Now, what can you buy your homeless friend for Christmas, said Raj, as he scoured around his disorganised shop. I have a box full of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles stationery sets I can't seem to shift. Yours for only $3.99. In fact, buy one set, get 10 free. I'm not sure a tramp really has any need for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles stationery set. Thanks anyway, Raj. We all have use of a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles stationery set, Chloe. You have your Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles pencil. Sorry, we've got Bess just interrupted my story. You have your Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles pencil, your Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles eraser, your Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles ruler, your Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles pencil case, your Teenage Mutant... I get the idea, thanks, Raj, but I'm sorry, I'm not going to buy one. I've got to go, said Chloe, edging out of the shop as she unwrapped her crunchie. I haven't finished, Chloe. Please, I haven't sold one. You also have your Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles pencil sharpener, your Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles notepad, your Teenage Mutant... Oh, she's gone. And what's this, young lady? Demanded Mother. She was standing waiting in Chloe's room. Between her thumb and index finger was one of Chloe's exercise books from school. Mother held it as if it was an exhibit in a court case. It's just my maths book, Mother, said Chloe, gulping as she edged into the room. You might think that Chloe was worried because her maths work wasn't up to scratch. But that wasn't quite it. The problem was Chloe's maths book didn't have any maths in it. The book was supposed to be full of boring numbers and equations, but instead it was positively overflowing with colourful words and pictures. Spending so much time alone had turned Chloe's imagination into a deep, dark forest. It was a magical place to escape to, and so much more thrilling than real life. Chloe had used the exercise book to write a story about a girl who is sent to a school, loosely based on her own, where all the teachers are secretly vampires. She thought it was much more exciting than boring equations, but Mother clearly didn't agree. If this is your mathematics book, why does it contain this repulsive horror story? Said Mother. This was one of those questions when you aren't supposed to give an answer. No wonder you did so poorly in your maths exam. I imagine you have spent the time in class writing this drivel. I'm so disappointed in you, Chloe. Chloe felt her cheeks smarting with shame and hung her head. She didn't think a story was drivel, but she couldn't imagine telling her mother that. Don't you have anything else to say for yourself? Shouted Mother. Chloe shook her head. For the second time in one day, she wanted to just disappear. Well, this is what I think of your story, said Mother, as she started to rip up the exercise book. Please, don't, stammered Chloe. No, I'm not paying your school fees for you to waste your time on this rubbish. It's going in the bin. The book was obviously harder to rip than Mother had expected, and it took a few attempts to make the first tear. However, soon the book was nothing more than confetti. Chloe bowed her head, tears welling up in her eyes as her mother dropped all the pieces in the bin. Do you want to end up like your father, working in a car factory? If you concentrate on your maths and don't get distracted by silly stories, you have a chance of making a better life for yourself. Otherwise, you'll end up wasting your life like your father. Is that what you want? Well, How dare you interrupt me, shouted Mother. Chloe hadn't realised this was another one of those questions you're not actually meant to answer. You'd better buck your ideas up, young lady. Chloe wasn't quite sure what that meant, but it didn't seem like the best time to ask. Mother left the room, dramatically slamming the door behind her. Chloe slowly sat on the edge of her bed. As she buried her face in her hands, she thought of Mr. Stink, sitting on his bench with only the Duchess for company. She wasn't homeless like him, but she felt homeless in her heart. So that's the end of chapter 4, year 4. I'm sorry if there was a little bit of background noise today. That was Bess, our puppy, making a little bit of a noise. So hope you've enjoyed that, and tune in again tomorrow or the next day for another 2 chapters of the book. Bye.